And so here we're looking at ideal cut Belgian diamonds. And so a unit like this is $115,000.
Do you have examples? I think
Oh,
you
sure. Yeah, well, I
craftsmanship.
brought a few.
Yes, I figured you did. I
Well,
mean,
also for instance,
be a show and
so
tell.
this one's fun. This is simple, right? This is for somebody that's
Yeah.
quiet luxury, right? If you know, you know, I think they say, right? So
Uh-huh.
if you,
Yeah.
if you saw this laying on a table, you might have no idea what it is, aside from the fact that it does have an exotic shape. But
Yeah.
here it's brown anodized metal, it's distressed brown
Mhm.
leather, it's brown ceramic, and then the ear computers inside are also this brown ceramic color. And so very, very simple. You're not going to draw a lot of attention with that. All the technology and all the sound quality, but you're not going to draw a lot of eyeballs. And then it kind of, if you went to the opposite end of the spectrum, you'd get into something like this. And so here we're looking at ideal cut Belgian diamonds. There's 58 color F grade, 8-point settings. All this is solid 18 karat white gold. So to give you an idea, this T10, which I'm tangling on screen because I can't do two things at once, this T10 has 5.5 ounces of solid white gold. And you can look at what 18 karat gold is in today's market. You'll have an idea just what the raw material cost in that metal is. And then we've got the ceramic and the ear computers and the charger and everything else that goes with it. And so a unit like this is $115,000. And we've sold these to very interesting people around the world for whom $115,000 for their in-ear luxury is perfectly reasonable. You could probably guess who some of those names are.
Let me ask you this. The people that buy at that level,
Mhm.
what is it? Is it that they see it and go, "What is that? I want that." I mean, I do think that people that know luxury can spot luxury very quickly, and
Yeah,
they just get it. Like, you don't need to
yeah,
explain it to them. You know, if you love luxury and you love unique artifacts, almost collectible, you can see that and feel
sure.
it and want it. What is it that you think is so amazing that moves them into do they
Well,
have the
it's
disposable
it's a
income, but
combination of thing. It's never about money,
no,
honestly.
no, never.
It's a collector's mindset, and it's a discerning mindset. I have kids that are 24, 25 years old. I think my youngest customer is 23 years old. He's finishing grad school in Toronto, and he saved up the money and he bought a $7,000 unit. And that's a big stretch for a 23-year-old grad student. But he is discerning. He's discerning in his wardrobe, in his tastes, in his field of study. He is a person of purpose. And so the idea of settling for something that is inferior just because it's less expensive does not appeal to that kind of discerning customer. So it's not about, can he spend 100 grand? In fact, he could have bought the baseline technology for 3 or 4,000. But even then, a discerning customer says, wait a minute, I can make this particularly mine. And again, there's something innate
Yeah.
in some people that causes them to feel like, hey, I respect myself and I stand for something, or I have an aesthetic, or I have a mood, or I have a core philosophy. And I
Yeah.
want to celebrate that. I want to recognize it. And I want to mirror it back in my surroundings, maybe in my home, right? Or my car, or my clothing, maybe in the type of people I hang out with. I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah.
ways where people sort of find themselves and surround themselves with the accoutrements, whether those be environmental or
Yeah.
personalities that sort of fit their mold and help them feel centered. And so
Yeah.
our devices are a journey where we get to speak to consumers. We get to learn about them personally as individuals, and we send mood boards back and forth, and they send pictures of their children or their businesses or their other collectible items. And then we go on this path of discovery together, and it can take days. It usually takes weeks. In some instances, it takes months just in the discovery phase, to where we've really wrapped our minds around what is this persona, this human being that we're going to create a luxury piece for, hopefully that's going to last for decades and that may become an heirloom or something that they pass on to future generations. In fact, I don't want to get morbid here, but I have built several units now for people who were end of life and who were giving those units to their children or their family members to help mark their passing with something that would be used every day by the recipient of that gift, oftentimes hours a day, because we all listen to our content hours a day. Why not do it on, a magical
Yeah.
device instead of, a cheap AirPod?